Good day and welcome back. This is episode 7 of Octogeddon. I'm starting this on a new day. I've had so much fun. I ended up playing for almost 45 minutes last time just because I was having such a blast. And something tells me I may end up playing 30 or 40 minute episodes if I'm in the spirit to do it. So before I start on Paris, which is the next area, I want to play the video since it didn't play while I was testing stuff behind the scenes. So here we go.
And the award for Best Octopus goes to... Dolphin.
The book said destroying cities the easy way. So that's the motivation for this next area. Octogeddon's favorite octopus actor was snubbed, and so now we're gonna go destroy the Eiffel Tower. Sounds easy enough. I got the anglerfish, which I am not excited about this. Actually, that seems pretty easy. So you can see them, and you just have to highlight them in order to be able to hit them, or wait until they get close enough. So they have to get really close before you can hit them. But that shouldn't be too much trouble. There is still the issue of distance, but I think I'll be fine. Oh. So it looks like anglerfish, then king cobra, and then I can just keep this tongueless frog hanging onto this, bashing anything he shows up with or manages to grab onto. Another new music track. Another this mechanic is a bit terrifying, to be honest. And that's something that I've really appreciated about this game, that it really feels like just when you get comfortable, something brand new shows up that completely changes the experience. Give me that chicken chest. It's probably a little short-sighted to be thinking about this stuff, but I really need to put that anglerfish closer to my king cobra, just so that I can combo that more easily. Oh, that bag gave me a gold shell that was worth 10, which is really nice. I forgot how many I got because I got those 2 blue shells, but that seems to be going well. Nothing I can really buy. I didn't end up actually using my abilities. I didn't use Woo or the nameless pufferfish. But, I mean, that first level went pretty well regardless. So, I guess it's just... Ooh, bigger sharks. Can I grab you? There we go. Awesome. So these are just like those big aircraft, those Air Force Ones. Very bulky and easy to kind of weaponize against each other. This music is... It's so silly while being so dramatic. There we go. Ooh. Admittedly, I've kind of hit my stride. I feel like I can mostly just spin around and do fine. seems like this is working anyway. That King Cobra has been really nice. I'm glad that I went for the invisibility detection, because otherwise, it was like the turtle for blocking bullets. I was like, I don't need it, and then I got absolutely destroyed by bullets. Judging by the compendium, the movie reels, there were 2 other videos that I can unlock, so I'm assuming that there is an endgame video and one more world. So whatever is next is gonna be, after Paris, is gonna be like I go to space or I fight a final boss or something, and then after that I'm gonna get a nice epilogue. And then after that, there's an endless ocean mode, which is a pun on the, at least I think it's a pun on the game Endless Ocean. Oh boy, of course I gotta deal with these, gotta deal with the shooters now. I kinda wish I had a turtle at this point. But I am assuming that I'm gonna unlock some kind of, or after the Endless Ocean mode, I'll get some kind of additional bonuses. I had a peek at the achievements on the Steam leaderboards. I had it in my head that I would be the first person to 100% this game, but I think a lot of people did, and the advantage they had is they streamed it for like 5 hours non-stop, and I was recording these videos. Another shell! Those conchas are fantastic. Oh man, Mecha Octogeddon. I don't know what the... Oh, he's got a cannon now. Oh man, I love it. I don't know what the idea is when it comes to like fighting the mecha versions, but in games like Sonic, you always fight the mecha version before the final boss. The mecha version is the henchman of the primary villain of the game. So if that's to be believed, I may nearly be done with the main game, and then like the structure of Insaniquarium, I'll have one last boss encounter that's gonna be just super bombastic, and is that gonna, there we go. That was pretty good. I finally used it. But this is, oh geez. Okay. Wow. Just really constantly going above and beyond my expectations with these mechanics. I wonder if it's normal for you to always be offered the anglerfish at the beginning of this world. It seems like that's something that you would need to invest in at earlier stages just to make sure that you don't end up having to deal with this, because this is brutal. Almost. Okay, now he's gonna have 16. Oh, of course, chainsaws. So now, I'm assuming I just have to keep him away. Force him to, yeah, because he's really just coming in on me. There we go. Seems to get close enough. What? Oh! Hello. Oh, that's okay. That's not so bad. That's the first damage I've taken, and I'm already almost on land. And the land levels have been getting a lot longer, but I'm feeling pretty confident about this. If I could beat it, I'd be really happy. There we go. Technically, that's a Mega Hexageddon, because it only had 6 arms, but, you know, I'll let it slide. Sorry, just relishing my own joke there for a moment. I'm assuming that the anglerfish is still going to be relevant. Not just because I'm being offered another one, but because invisibility was a core mechanic of the boss, so... Mime school, of course. Aprende l'art secret de la vie film. Learn the secrets of art films. The secret life of art films. So here we go. Immediately, everything is stealth. Now, the advantage that I have for this is that I can just roll away after I activate the stealth. I love that it sounds like a buzzer on an airplane, like bing, occupied. But I can just get close enough to activate or deactivate their stealth, and that will be, and then I can run away after that and try again. Go a little closer. I'm excited to complete this. Just because this, if you've played Plants vs. Zombies, then you're aware of the end game content that. Oh no! Oh, it's just stunned. Whew. Okay, that's not bad. But if you played Plants vs. Zombies, then all of the unlockables, all of the upgrades, the endgame content is just it's so fun and creative. I couldn't tell if Wu was ignoring stealth or not. But I'm hoping that I don't think I'll be disappointed with the endgame content, because there's unlockable stuff. There's clearly going to be some kind of final boss. And a lot of stuff to... Oh boy. Oh no. Okay, last life. And I don't have enough to buy another life. I could... I'm gonna get rid of one of these chickens, and I don't know how smart of an idea that's gonna be. I'm also kind of thinking about getting rid of the lobster claw, because I haven't really been using it. I'm just gonna see how this goes. I very likely could have enough for another life at the end of this, so I just want to... There we go. I roll into them to turn off their stealth, and then I get them with the king cobras. Now this is a very different strategy than using the frog, but it seems to be working fine as long as I zone them properly. Although I have to make sure not to get too focused on one outcome. I've been talking so much I haven't even stopped to appreciate the music. Okay, how close do you need to be to deactivate stealth? You have to be like right up next to me. So that's generally, if you don't have an anglerfish, then you need to be melee intensive. Otherwise, you're gonna have a bad time. Deactivate it, shoot him down. Deactivate it, shoot him down. I'm assuming there are still a finite number of enemies, so I don't need to be progressing through this stage as fast as I have been. It's certainly nice, but I can just sit and take my time for a bit. Got some shells there, and just be ready for whatever is gonna show up. Hello. Oh, actually, I'll just destroy the building. Wow. I don't think the plane is taking damage. I just destroyed that entire building with the plane. I don't know if that's just how strong the plane is. No, it can't be. I'm destroying it. these things all over. I don't know, this thing does seem pretty strong. There we go. That, I'm gonna have to remember that. It seems like an oversight, but for the moment, I'm gonna give the benefit of the doubt and assume that it's intended. Okay, you go, yes. He does, I think, at least it seems like he goes after the stealth enemies. Oh boy. The timing is a little bit trickier on that. It feels like you have more time than you do. Five hits to destroy these guys. Also, I'm not sure if these enemies have stopped appearing yet. It seems like, yeah, okay. So at the end of the day, I can just slow my roll, and focus on beating the enemies that have spawned. Like, even if I'm wondering if that is related to the recharge time of the buddies. That plane goes down pretty fast. Okay, I'm gonna try to grab one of these. Oh, I already destroyed the building. Too late. It's a thought that counts. Okay, don't get zapped by that. 3 times and then roll over. Another mime school. Those are very popular in France. It's also how you know you're in France, because France is the only state in the European Union that allows mime schools. All mime schools are outlawed outside of this, I guess this is Paris. So yeah, there's the International Mime School in Paris, and all of their subsidiaries. There we go. Paris 1. I guess Paris Ocean is its own stage. Doing pretty well, feeling pretty good. Still can't afford an extra life, but having the extra King Cobra was nice. Just because I'm feeling a little greedy, I'm gonna go for another one of those, because the chicken, until I upgrade the chicken, I don't think it's gonna do as much damage. So I'm gonna enjoy this very strong kind of shotgun front that I have. And just see how that goes. Oh boy, oh man, okay. So that's a thing to avoid. That's like a super jumbo rocket launcher, and it has a ton of health. So I'm glad I still have the frog, because I'm definitely gonna need to grab those if I want to make this work. I think I could. The bosses themselves haven't been too difficult to deal with. It's okay. So Wu officially cannot destroy the stealth engines, but the bosses have been more of a pop quiz than like a final exam. So I'm feeling pretty good about taking on this boss. I'm also like the frog. When you're first, like any of these creatures, when you're learning the timing of them, they feel like they're a lot worse than they are. Especially since I've got like 3 King Cobras glued to the front here. But this stuff is still really good. It's just difficult to, like, if you let things go too far, then it's hard to stay on top of things, and it gets really scary. I guess scary might not be the right word for it. Like right here, if I was not like aware of my position, then I would start to get a little panicked. I would start to just roll and wait for things to happen, and that kind of it's a good you know, if you played fighter games, you might think, well, button mashing is a perfectly valid way to play because you never know how those strategies might work out. But for a game like this, where there are so few buttons to press, button mashing makes an even bigger difference, especially for a game that's designed this way. This is the mechanic is you roll left and right. But okay, can I grab you? Okay, there we go. That's very good to know. That makes it a lot less scary to deal with these guys. And again, the enemy loses no health contributing to destroying the buildings. And I am going to go out on a limb and say that that's an oversight. Just because it kind of sticks out from the rest of the game so far. Have I just been sitting in the same place for a while now? I don't want to get impatient, but I don't want to just be hanging out in the same spot for 5 minutes. Okay, I think I'm... Patience. Actually, I think now's a good time to stop being patient. I'm gonna move forward because I think that these enemies are spawning endlessly now. And I need to start doing some... It's crowd control. The frog, if you're gonna use a technical term to describe it, the frog is about crowd control because you immediately have the ability to minimally destroy a single enemy. And outside of that, you can destroy any enemy. You can destroy the equivalent health of that enemy in other enemies. So you can use it to double down on eliminating a single enemy. You can use it to kill a bunch of small enemies all at once. Nice. Oh, that was so satisfying. Oh boy. Well, first health of the level, and this is Paris 2. I probably still won't be able to afford an extra life, and I'm getting a little worried about what the final boss is going to look like, because I know there's going to be a final boss. That's just got to be how it ends up happening. And so I'm trying to think ahead, because when I play this subsequently, it's going to be the same thing. I'm going to have to be thinking about what the next stage is like. Whew. Okay. That guy's launching missiles. Okay. That first launch must have just been really unlucky. Oh, wow, I'm done. Okay. That first launch must have just been really unlucky, because it was all highly concentrated, and if I had noticed just a little bit later, I would have definitely died. Cobra is going okay. I'm kind of thinking, now that this penguin has showed up, that I'm gonna think a little bit more about that. The single bee I know is making a difference. I'm tempted to say that it's not doing a very good job, but I know that it is. So I'm keeping the bee. I'm gonna destroy the Eiffel Tower. If I'm lucky, I might get a health restore before I get to the boss. Thinking, yeah, I'm feeling pretty good about this. I've got the impact of freezing. Oh, there we go. Okay, got some health. The freezing will be really helpful. I think I've got it at a good spot that it'll make a big difference. it really starts to build up. Like, I should have been trying to grab that plane a lot earlier if I wanted to keep them out of my threat range. Oh my gosh. Is that a giant mime? I'm gonna have to fight a giant mime. That's like super creepy too. Is that's not the boss? Am I already the boss? Now I don't want to use my pet abilities because I'm worried that that's gonna... That's scary. Did I just not notice that before? Oh boy. That's okay. Using the abilities. Oh boy. Oh yeah. Okay. Oh, okay. So that's just the boss that's kind of hanging out and reminding me that he's going to show up. That's creepy. That's like the scariest thing in this game so far. So he's gonna show up a couple more times to make me feel insecure. And then, I mean, he was pretty big too. Like, I'm assuming that wasn't just like, that wasn't the entire thing. He's gonna, like, stand up, and he's gonna be formidable. Of course, the second to last boss is gonna be a mime. What if it's the last boss? If the last boss is a mime, I don't know how to feel about that. Okay, there we go. Gotta... Oh... I took damage, and I didn't get to weaponize them against them. That's a shame. I'm feeling okay. I think I'm gonna be able to do this. I think the scariest part, I just gotta watch the boss and figure out what he's gonna do. There we go. Gigantomime. Okay, so he is enormous. That's why the mime schools are here. Okay, not that big. That's not so bad. Oh boy, okay. Are all of his attacks invisible? Wait a minute. Is this a joke, boss? I'm so scared. I have no idea what he's doing. Something's gonna happen, and all of his abilities are... He's been giving me every single one of his tells right now. And he's been lassoing. He shot an arrow. Like, he's doing all this stuff. And I'm so scared right now. Is this the real boss? Okay, there we go. He's angry. So now there's stuff showing up. I have to hit his face. That's another thing I wasn't realizing. Okay, now he is shooting stuff at me. Okay. Okay, there we go. This is such a... I'm practically speechless. That's what this has done. It's turned me into a mime, and now I'm about to die. Oh, they're invisible. They're so invisible. I'm just not doing too well. Okay. Oh, I can do this. I got this. Oh, no. A giant baguette? What are you doing? No! No! The giant baguette? What? He shows you all of these fake tells, and then he materializes a giant baguette that smashes half the screen. I feel so silly for losing to that. Well, that at least I know what to expect. I got to see what happens when stealth is introduced. Wow, lots of stuff. Retaliation damages enemies when you get hit. That's really good. Getting that right away. Bigger retaliation, getting hit. Biggest. So yeah, retaliation, that was like no question. Start with more money. Lives, lab slot, 3 starting tentacles. That's worth it. Snapping turtle. Blocks bullets and bites enemies. That will make me want to get the turtle. I think that that's just the upgrade. T-Rex deals huge up-close damage. Yes. Black Mamba shoots venom insanely fast. Porcupine spread shot. Gotta get that. Okay, now do I get... Oh, and I have a bunch more health. Wow. Those 3 blue shells just worked wonders. I don't feel like I really need to see the enemy preview. I really want that Black Mamba, but I'm gonna try to be more balanced about this. Queen Bee sounds good. Rooster shoots eggs faster. So now I have just flat upgrades for everything. For the turtle, for the chicken. Although, a chicken and a rooster are a different thing. But, you know, I'll let that slide. Lab slot and start with more money. I just don't want enemy preview. Start with more money. It's not even a whole lot. Like, $50 is not very much. But at the very beginning, that's the difference between being able to buy a snake and not. Extra lab slot. Pretty good. I had 5 hearts, and now I've got 7, and I'm close to being able to get another one. And I got all of those upgrades. Feeling pretty good. So next time will be a bit longer. I'm probably just gonna try to go right through all the way to Paris and beat that Mime. So thanks for watching, and tune in next time when I beat the Mime and destroy all the Mime schools.